She works down the hall, shows up on time. She like the balls to the wall. She went out to lunch with her high school friends. About 3 hours later, she come rolling back in. Well, the boss man really jumped her. Sonny wasn't joking. Everybody in the office knew one that had been smoking that old wacky tobacco. When you feel it creeping up on you, that old wacky tobacco. Kick back and let it do what it do. Now you can two-toke her, you can one-hit him, puff it in a pipe and you can twist it in a stem. You can bake it in some brownies, smoke it through a bone, roll up a great big fat one like old Cheech and Chong. Burn it through a hole in a can of Budweiser. If you can't take the heat, son, vaporizer that old wacky tobacco. When you feel it creeping up on you, that old wacky tobacco. Kick back and let it do what it do. Now do what you do. Oh yeah. You got your Mexican and Jamaican with those buds of blue, Humboldt County and hydroponic too. Okeechobee purple from down in the south, and that old stuff your uncle smokes will give you cotton mouth. Homegrown is healthy, synthetic can kill you. My all-time favorite, red-haired Sensimilia, that old wacky tobacco. When you feel it creeping up on you, that old wacky tobacco. Kick back and let it do what it do. I'll let it do what it do. Yeah, it do. Y'all got any Fritos?
Welcome to the show. I am Harry. With me is Tyson.
Let me talk to you.
And I just realized I didn't change the title of the stream.
I recognize that too. Only after it started.
What's our stories?
Are you going to change it now?
Yeah.
So we're doing this live on it. We're doing it live. Coming up in this week's story, Ludwig Kaiser gets arrested for a certain reason. And we have to find out if it was, well, it's quite the crazy story. We're going to go over it. And we have Chelsea Green. She has gotten turned on by the woke freaks again because she is going to be appearing at the White House event, the UFC event. She's appearing there. So the wokes have turned on her for that. We're going to talk about that. And we got to talk about that Danhausen because he's created quite the storm for himself outside of WWE. He's found himself dead planted in the middle of the playoffs. Seemingly, he's the Knicks mascot, essentially. And that's our stories.
Right on. Well, big shout out to Toby Keith, rest in peace. It's always fun listening to country singers pretend to be into weed.
Yeah.
So Tyson,
Speaking of, I was going to say, listen to that song. It did remind me. Do you remember back in high school when and we're dating ourselves here, but the Afro Man, Because I Got High song came out,
Yeah.
and that DJ guy
Played it
kept playing
over
it,
and over. Yeah.
and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna." They said if I play it one more time, I'm gonna get fired. So I've locked myself in the room, and I'm gonna keep playing it.
Yeah. And his producer called, "Hey, stop it. You're fired."
Yeah,
Come to find out, he can keep his job if he sold like 200 T-shirts or something.
was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was like, "Aw, that was fake."
it was. Oh no, thought it was like a generational.
I thought it was too. I was like, "Oh man, this is newsworthy. How are the local stations not picking this up?"
Yeah,
Man gets
well,
fired for playing Afro Man 100 times.
controversial song leads to firing. He
It's not even that
barricaded himself.
controversial.
It wasn't, but
It's like the least controversial weed song ever.
well, unfortunately, I couldn't listen to it after that day.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh man, I love that song.
it got played out for me at that point because it kept playing it.
I think that's one of those songs I can just listen to no matter what. I love the beat. I love I don't know. I like Afro Man's delivery because he does the ad lib, the chugga chugga woka.
He seems to be so unserious as an artist, but it makes good music though.
Yeah, he doesn't take himself seriously. But he did a whole disc CD or album dedicated to the Ohio police that raided his house. That was gold.
I saw the story. Everybody was talking about it. Like, yeah, I guess he had like a security cam set up, and he was
Mhm.
showing it, and then he did a song about it, and the police officer was talking to the judge. He's like, "Well, he said he had sex with my wife. Did he? I don't know. How do you not know? It seems like that's something you should know."
Yeah, that was good stuff. He made a diss track on every officer that raided his house, and he did like research on them because I think he did like a GoFundMe, and that was like the genesis of that album. And then the police department sued him, and then he won for now.
Yeah, I saw him wearing like the American suit or whatever, like the
Yeah.
flag suit.
Yeah, it was great.
But yeah, that's when you played that song. It was either that or the Loonies is the other weed song. Well, I know a lot of weed. I guess I know a lot of weed songs. Cypress Hill.
It's a ganja with the marijuana.
No, there's another one they do. Something about. Do they do a Puff Puff Pass song or something like that?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not too versed in Cypress Hill's catalog.
I'm not either, but there's one or two songs I know. Anyway,
So how was your week?
it was good. Nothing really happened.
Yeah. Well, as you know, I've been making the pizza pies on my nightlife. So I walk in today, and my boss, who like 2 weeks ago, she comes to work and she goes she gets real close to me and she goes, "Hey, just between you and me, I'm real drunk." And then and then she proceeds to go into the kitchen and go, "Hey, just between you and me, I'm fucked up." And then she rapped and danced all night. It was awkward.
Your big boss must never be there
I don't know. I
on a
don't know what the
Saturday.
thing is. No, they're not physically. I don't know. Like they all seem to like watch the cameras from their phones and shit. It's kind of weird.
I'm too good to be in there, but I'll watch you.
Yeah. So I get there today and she goes, "Can I trust you as a person?" I'm like, I don't know. Can you? I'd like to think so. So she proceeds to tell me that she has an STD.
Golly.
And I'm like, well, one, why the fuck are you telling me this? Like, I've worked there a month. Like, so basically, she got it from her husband who has been stepping out. So he happens to work there as well. For the
Now
record,
you're in the middle.
it's sort of, yeah. I'm not in the middle. I'm just there. But it's very awkward. I guess they had a big fight. Kind of sucks, though, because I like them both. There's another guy that, like, I swear to God, I'm the only normal person that's there. So there's another guy. He says his wife lives halfway across the world or some shit. I'm like, huh? So he proceeds to tell me that his wife lives in Kenya.
Oh no.
Yes. And he met her online. And I'm like, huh? Well, yeah, of course. And I go, oh, like Match.com? No. So it turns out she was a cam girl.
Oh, that's even worse.
I know.
Well, I guess it's a little bit better than it not even being a girl and being some dude.
Well, how does he know?
Well, I assumed she was on camera.
I don't know. Well, yeah, yeah, that's true. Well, she was on camera, but who is he talking to?
Well, that was the proof. She was on camera that one time. And it may have only been one time.
So yeah, he proceeds to tell me that he's been in this like deep relationship with this Kenyan bitch, and she's got kids. And he's like, "Well, I pulled a." She told me that she was forced into this this life. Because at first I'm like, she's scamming me or blah 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 blah. I was like, you know what? That should have been your first fucking instinct. Like, go with that. But then he's like, I pulled a few strings. And we were able to get 30 people out. And I saved them from sex trafficking. And I put her boys in school. How do you know? How do you know?
She's telling him all this.
Okay.
I mean, if whoever this is should be writing a novel with this creativity.
No
shit. Coming up with this whole story.
And she's probably taking it up the ass from Mutombo. Oh yes, Mutombo. I have this American guy sending us another $100.
And her and Mutombo just laughing all the way to the bank too.
Fuck yeah. I was floored though, because like I'm sitting there. It was very surreal because you hear about that shit, but it's always on like TV. But no, this motherfucker, like, and he was proud of it. He was proud of it. He's like, I love telling this story. All giddy.
Like, I don't know if you should be.
Like, you know how those suburban couples like talk about, oh, we were high school sweethearts and we went to different colleges and then we met 10 years later and just love it. Love. Fly. Butterflies. That's how he was like. Telling me that this cam whore.
That he can only call at certain times too. Like it's the
Probably.
perfect scenario for this person,
No shit.
and he's just caught.
Like a fucking fly in a spider web. And he's more than happy to, whatever. More power to him. Well, I think that's enough preamble. Let's go ahead and move into our wrestling talk. Let's start with JCW Lunacy. Did you happen to watch it?
I tried. I mean, I watched it, but the audio issues for the first half. Well, not even the first half. The first, I don't know, 3/4, maybe until like the main event, made it kind of hard to hear anything. But I did watch it.
Did you watch it live?
I didn't watch it live. Like, I watched it probably like 10 minutes after it ended.
Yeah, I had audio, but I watched it this morning. So.
Oh, they probably fixed it.
Yeah. Well, it opens with Vince Russo and Violent J arguing. And Russo and Jay also got haircuts. Probably from the same barber. They held hands. Russo's pissed that Jay put Caleb Conley in 4 matches in the next 4 weeks or whatever. They don't know who the opponents are. Well, it's not going to be the best of the best. I can promise you that. Jay's pissed off about Choppa City and Future Endeavors doing whatever they're doing. And then Russo brings up EC3 and the Green Phantom. Apparently EC3 is out for the next 3 weeks for non-JCW business. And then Russo and Jay are prepared to go to war. Which, not 4 weeks ago, Vince Russo helped Jay get control of the company. So I don't understand why they're butting heads so quickly.
I thought about that, but it's I don't know. I guess it was a gradual thing. Like, they started out, Vince helped him get the company back, but then each started making moves without consulting the other. So it's like a slow burn, I guess.
All right. They recapped last week. Remember, Too Tough Tony and Willie Mack got their tag titles back after jumping Choppa City in an alleyway. And then Caleb Conley filled in for Vince Russo and intentionally pissed off Violent J. Outbreak are drug addicts, but had a competitive match with Future Endeavors that they were allowed to just escape out of. And then Vito attacked the Brothers of Funstruction with a Singapore cane. And then Vito kidnapped Ruffo. Then we start off with a girl match. The lesbian wrestled Timu No Definition Rodriguez. It looked like lesbian won, and then Timu No Definition Rodriguez got her belt back anyway. So I didn't care.
Yeah, I think that's you got it right there.
Good deal. Mac Davis interviewed Big Vito. Vito is with his nephew and the guy that was bloodied and left in a body bag last week. The body bag guy doesn't even have a single scratch, not even a Band-Aid. Can't even give us the dignity of a goddamn Band-Aid.
Yeah, if I told you that guy was in a body bag bloodied like 2 weeks ago, you wouldn't believe it.
Exactly. And I told you he was by the limo.
Okay. Well, I was saying, okay. Okay.
Davis wants to know what the big idea with kidnapping Ruffo last week was. Vito says that this is family business. Mac is a civilian. And Yabo, who is cosplaying as an Italian this week, comes up with a hammer and gets Vito's nephew. And Vito tells Yabo that if he hurts his nephew, Yabo will never see Ruffo again. And they do this on Vito's time, you cocksucker. Not Yabo's. And then later, Yabo has a phone. So I guess later Vito told Yabo he was going to call him. Or I don't know. I was lost on that one.
Yeah, I think he said something about he was waiting for Vito's call. I didn't hear Vito say anything about it, but that's what he said. He said.
Okay. Stephen Flo and the Ring Rat were backstage. Stephen Flo's just standing there vaping like a pussy. And the Ring Rat pulls out. Like, you can't vape and look, it's not the same as a cigarette or a cigar. You always look like a pussy.
Yeah.
The Ring Rat pulls up and Stephen Flo's mad at her for some reason. And the rat tries to suck his dick, but he's a queer, so that's not going to happen. Instead, Stephen Flo says the Ring Rat has 1 week to show him something, or else the Stephen train leaves the Ring Rat at the station. I mean, she already offered to suck his dick. They've already established that's kind of what she's good for.
Well, it doesn't. Their story doesn't make sense.
Of course it doesn't.
Like,
look at Stephen Flo.
Like, what did he do? Like, it never really just discussed their joining forces, and now he's already kicking her out.
Yeah. And why? Why? Just for the love of God, why?
Yeah, what is she getting out of it?
Yes.
I don't know.
And she's got more muscle mass than Stephen Flo does.
Yeah.
I hate him. Too Tough Tony and Willie Mack are playing cards in the back. Vince Russo pulls up just to tell him he initially thought they were shit, but after their match with Choppa City, Russo's a believer. Tony says he doesn't trust Russo, but he respects him. Kind of reminded me of APA.
Without the toughness, yeah.
Yeah. Mac Davis interviewed Facade. Facade said he beat the Green Phantom without even cheating. Davis said even he could beat the Green Phantom. Then Facade tells Davis if he tries to embarrass him again, he's knocking Davis's dentures down his fucking throat. So that was aggressive. And then we had Father Bronson versus Facade. And Bronson got on the mic before the match, said that the crowd needs to apologize to their kids for wearing face paint and being overweight. And then they had a pretty good match, actually, until Mac Davis came out. He talked shit to Facade and actually struck the champion and threw him back in the ring, and he caused a DQ. Bronson locks in the Texas Cloverleaf to Facade anyway and just leaves him laying. I don't know what Father Bronson was doing with that fucking tongue wagging shit.
That's his Bray Wyatt thing? I don't know.
Just weird. But yeah, it was a good match. It was the match of the night. I kind of like Facade.
I wish he would get a little bit bigger trunks. I keep saying his junk.
Yeah. Choppa City's backstage. Vince Russo pulls up and yells at them for stealing the tag titles. Apparently, Choppa City's facing future endeavors. Vince tells them good luck. And then Mac Davis interviewed Barnabas the Bizarre, who vows to find whoever is given the outbreak drugs and making their lives a living hell. The Outbreak aren't here tonight because Barnabas doesn't trust anyone in the JCW locker room. And then I guess he's sending the Zombies to rehab next week, which I don't. If they're not going to be there next week, why are you advertising? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, they're going to rehab, and he's going to find the dealer.
So are they like going to have a segment where the Outbreak are in rehab?
Probably.
Jesus Christ.
And now the real question is: are the people in the rehab facility just going to accept that they're zombies, or what's going to go on there?
Guess we'll find out next week. Then we have Future Endeavors versus Choppa City. It took way too long for Future Endeavors to beat Choppa City. Way too long.
Naturally, because the toughest team on the roster has to struggle with everybody.
Apparently. They can't just take their heads off.
I guess not.
If anything, they should have done that to the Zombies.
I mean, they're supposed to be like this feared tag team. They shouldn't be being competitive with anybody right now.
Exactly. Like, remember that time 3-minute warning had that competitive match?
I don't.
Exactly. I don't know. If you have Vince Russo, who I guess he's the top heel in the company now.
I guess so. I would say maybe Vito, but he's kind of taking a back seat now to just the Funstruction storyline.
Vito's a heel?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, he's mixing it up with everybody. Jay, PCO, before Stranglemania, he was like pretty much in every story.
He's my favorite character. But yeah, it takes them way too long to beat anything. But yeah, the Vince Russo, the top heel in the company, he handpicks these two guys because they're making his life a living hell and ruining his plans. So he creates this devastating tag team that so far couldn't beat two zombies that are drug addicts and had a competitive match against Choppa City. Come on. Bruce Wayans. And Shane Mercer is like the most legit looking guy in the whole company right now.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't make any sense. Mac Davis interviewed Jeeves. Davis wants to know why EC3 took 3 weeks of booking outside of JCW. And Vince Russo pulled up to bitch about it. And he stealed my Tiger King line. That kind of pissed me off. Vince says he's putting Jeeves in the main event, so strap up. Jeeves wants to know who he's facing. Vince says you'll see when you get out there. Then Facade pulls up and gets in Mac Davis's face. Davis slaps Facade, and then Facade beats the fuck out of him. Of course. I don't understand what Mac Davis's end game is.
I guess the point of it is he's not afraid of Facade. But, this is the same guy that Big Vito was just pushing around. So.
Well, Facade's going to beat some fear into him. Is Facade going to have a match with Mac Davis?
He might. I don't know why, but he might.
Well, Violent J finds Too Tough Tony and Willie Mack all fucked up, and he blames Vince Russo for it. Which leads us to Caleb Conley's first of 4 matches. And this is against some guy named Soul Taker. And Soul Taker, from what I gather, is just another Kane Undertaker clone. He had a shovel.
This one, though, appropriately sized.
That's true. I will get. He's no cocaine. Yeah.
Yeah.
He and Conley beat he had Conley beat, but Vince Russo stepped in. Then Violent J came out to stop Russo, and then Conley hit Soul Taker with his own shovel and got the win. And then Russo and Violent J argued after that. Joel Gertner comes out. He looks good, by the way. I mean,
does he?
I mean, he looks like he hasn't aged much.
Except that he was holding that shirt on with dear life.
Yeah. He's managing someone, but he's not going to tell us who it is.
Yeah. Mystery person that he's going to be managing.
How big of a get is that they have Joel Gertner?
That is kind of... I think it would be good.
Whoa.
The audio issue was there for me on this, so I didn't quite hear what he said, but I know he was doing his shtick.
He was actually pretty tame, considering that they can swear.
Yeah.
Like, I expected I'm Joel, throw your mother's legs over my shoulders and ride her. I don't know. Gertner.
Wonder who he is going to manage.
Cocaine.
I mean, I really don't have a guess because it could literally be anybody.
Unless they're bringing somebody in.
Yeah. I was like, is it possible that they land the Dudleys? I mean, they got Nick Nemeth, who works with Bubba.
But the Dudleys are retired.
Well, they just had their final match in TNA was it last year?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They gave their boots away and everything.
Oh. For TNA, they did. Tell Ric Flair that.
Well, yeah. That's Ric Flair. Mac Davis recovered, so he interviewed broke-ass Briar Willington, and he just hyped up a girl match I skipped.
It's probably for the better. And
Mac Davis...
Don't talk about it either.
Cool. Davis didn't even...
Don't even... Just move on.
Didn't even spell his injury.
Oh, okay. Just move on to the next. Don't even talk about the girl match.
Was it bad?
Don't talk about it. I mean, it wasn't. Just don't talk about it. Just move on.
Okay.
Okay, I'll tell you. So he has this. I think she's Alaskan. Like he's managing this Alaskan Amazon, as they call her. She's like over 6 foot tall, and she's in a best of 3 series.
You can't teach that.
Yes. She's in a best of 3 series, and the winner gets a contract. And
okay,
the person she is facing is Gabby Shaw.
What?
Gabby Shaw,
Who's that?
the transgender from TNA.
Oh, so she has to wrestle a guy 3 times?
See, I should have moved on. So the two ladies, that being Gabby Shaw and I think I was thinking that one was actually Tyler Rex, but it wasn't. It's another one. But Gabby Shaw is also a descendant of that. And I don't even know I don't even know who won match 1, but there's going to be 2 other matches of this, so or at least 2 other.
Well, I'll be skipping the intergender matches. Big Vito and the Brothers of Instruction had a hype video, and then Vito came out after that. Yabo comes out after that looking for his brother. Vito says Yabo's joining his group if he ever wants to see his cocksucker brother again. And Vito gives Yabo 1 week to give an answer. And then they fuck him up and handcuff him and then drag him to the back. So I don't know how that helps his decision.
Well, we'll see. Maybe they do join.
That'll be interesting. Are they going to join as the clowns or as the Italians? I guess they have to be Italians.
Yeah.
Because wipe that shit off your face, you jugalos.
That is my favorite part of his promo. Like he gets out there, it's like, before we get started, wipe that shit off your faces.
Yes. All right, everybody, it's time to wipe that shit off your face.
There was someone who did like a reaction on Twitter. Like like every week they've been talking about like, oh, share your reactions if you watch the show live streams, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're asking people to be fake reactors. Well, someone on Twitter shared a clip and Vito responded to it. And he was like, first of all, wipe that shit off your face. So he even did it on Twitter.
Yeah, he said it. Our main event was Jeeves versus Vince fucking Russo. Now, it's bad enough that Vince Russo's peppered in to this, like the whole show. But to see 65-year-old Vince Russo portraying a badass, it just doesn't work for me, brother.
And they made a big deal of it too. Oh, he's got the San Francisco baseball jersey on.
Yeah.
You know what that means? And he kept saying, I'm from New York.
He's from New York and he's wearing a San Francisco jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I think he could take Jeeves. Even though Jeeves did take what's his name to the limit, kind of. Who did he wrestle
Kerry
last
Morton?
week? Yeah.
Yeah, he put up a fight.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Vince Russo did have a baseball bat.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying I think he could take Jeeves with him and a baseball bat. I think he could take Jeeves.
Well, clearly he did.
Yeah. Also getting a cheap shot in because, Jeeves didn't know who the opponent was. And then he got hit and he was like, it's me.
Well, he came out with a baseball bat. Who the fuck else was it going to be?
I don't know. Even on the thumbnail for the stream, they said, "Who is the Batman?"
Oh God,
that's what the hype of the stream was, or the mystery.
Yeah, I'm kind of like over him being a main character. Him and Violent J. It's bad enough we have Stephen Flo and fucking cocaine. We don't need Vince Russo and Violent J being main characters in this show.
Yeah, they should just be the power struggling GMs.
Yeah. Like Caleb Conley should be the proxy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Violent J came out to save Jeeves, and then there was a stare down before Vince left. So we're gonna have Vince Russo versus Violent J
for control of the company.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, that was JCW Lunacy.
Yeah, we'll see what happens next week. And another thing, just one more thing. You know, out of all the places of wrestling, I think having a transgender could work there. I mean, you have cocaine zombies. I think out of all the places, that would be the place it would work. Unfortunately, it's very implanted in competing in the women's division, as opposed to like if they brought in Sunny Kiss competing against men, it could work because of what JCW really is.
I guess it could work because the main event people are like Stephen Flo and fucking cocaine.
Quincy Elliott.
Quincy Elliott would be champion.
Oh God.
But yeah, those JCW Lunacy. I guess we can move on to Monday Night Raw. The beautiful people. The beautiful people. So we're in Greensboro, North Carolina. They recap Jacob Fatu beating the Bloodline's ass last week. And then Roman arrives all hot and bothered. Adam Pearce greets him, immediately says all Roman had to do was listen to him last week, and the tribal chief wouldn't have been put through an announce desk or the barricade. Pearce wants to fire Fatu. Roman wants to call him out and fight him. Well, Jacob Fatu heads to the ring while they're bitching at each other. And I guess Fatu was watching the show or something because he said, Roman, you want to call me out? I'm calling you out.
Yeah, that is a little bit of a thing. It's like, how did he know?
Right. He had to have been watching a little handheld TV as he's walking to the ring, too.
Yeah.
So the Usos come out instead. Jimmy says Fatu had to acknowledge the tribal chief because he lost at Backlash. Now management's about to fire him. And Jay tried to attack Fatu, who then beats up both the Usos. Roman comes out and the Bloodline end up kicking Fatu's ass. Like real bad. They tied him up and Roman was hitting Superman punches. They were super kicking him. They fucked him up. And then Pearce comes out to fire Fatu, but Roman gives him a match at the next pay-per-view instead. Even though Roman told Pearce to go ahead and fire him. And it's tribal combat.
Yep. Roman was done with him. He was like, do what you want with him now. Fire him. But Jacob Fatu pulled out the one last thing that he knew Roman couldn't resist.
So Jacob Fatu's going to lose to him in tribal combat next.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought he was actually going to, or he had a chance of winning, and then they said it was for the title too. So it was like, nope, he's not winning.
Yeah. Then we get our walkers, which was Seth Rollins, Obafemi, and the Judgment Day. And then we learned that Finn Balor and JD McTurd are wrestling for the third straight week, which Balor won. It was like a hardcore match or something.
It was a street fight. Not that it mattered because they didn't leave the ring, but
Yeah, they just used weapons.
yeah.
Rollins was interviewed. He was asked if it's wise pissing off the Street Profits while he's feuding with Braun Breaker. Rollins says he has no allies and he has to destroy Team Heyman. And then he calls out Braun Breaker for the main event. I skipped the girl bullshit. Couldn't even tell you who was in it.
I don't remember. So
Team Heyman's backstage. Breaker wants to answer the challenge. Heyman says it's going to be Austin Theory instead. Breaker's he's like, hey, can we have the room? He's like, what the fuck? And Heyman tells Breaker he could fuck Rollins up while he's busy wrestling Theory. And Braun Breaker lies that idea.
it's like, I like the way you think.
Yep. Chad Gable and the Embry brothers wrestled the Kaisers again. The Kaisers won this one. I think they've won them all.
Yep. Full steam ahead. They are headed to their mask versus mask, which is this coming. At the time of this recording, it is now this week.
They then had a impromptu Whataburger DoorDash commercial. Otis and Tozawa were featured in it. Remember, they're the ones that answered Obafemi's open fucking challenge. And now they're doing Whataburger commercials.
That's what you're upset at?
Yes.
I have a whole nother gripe.
What's that?
Number one, where did you say they were?
North Carolina.
That's not Texas. Why is the Whataburger man in not Texas? Because Whataburger is supposed to be only for Texas. That's number one. Number two, there's no Whataman or Whataburger man. There's no stupid mascot. They made up a mascot and they put it in not Texas.
Well, apparently, maybe it's the North Carolina mascot, Whataburger mascot.
There was a big thing when there was news that Whataburger was going to be going outside of Texas.
They're all over the place.
Yeah, JJ Watt he tried to get a petition to keep Whataburger, or no, he tried to he tried to buy Whataburger so he can keep it in Texas.
Good for him.
Go through, obviously, but
isn't he from Wisconsin?
But he played in Texas, Houston.
Okay.
He's one of us now.
They're in Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, Colorado.
And there's no way.
Georgia.
And I hear people.
Louisiana. They're all over the place.
Yeah, some bullshit. And I hear people talking about, oh, it didn't even taste that good. You think Texas people would be saying that? We appreciate the Whataburger.
I miss Whataburger.
Like over there saying it's not even that good of a burger. Shut the fuck up.
They have a version of the Reggie Meal at Dairy Queen. It's just not the same.
It's not. It's the gravy. You got to get the gravy right.
Absolutely. Joe Hendry sang. I skipped that with pleasure, I might add.
Just more Fire Logan Paul.
Okay.
Which they were very into.
The Usos were then backstage explaining tribal combat. And then LA Knight interrupted to let us know he's still on the roster. Then he left later telling Rollins that he's not helping him. So he was there, then we see him and he has this fucking bag and he's leaving. Thanks, LA Knight.
Well, they had to give him a. People were putting out the APV videos, so I assume they had to put them on TV so people would stop talking about it. Like, oh, LA Knight's probably fired.
Dumbfuck Cole interviewed Ethan Page. Page had his own questions, and he's winning the title, essentially. That's where we're going with that.
Yeah.
I don't understand what the big deal with him is.
I'm starting to see it. I didn't see it before, but I don't know. He's growing on me.
Okay.
I like his cockiness, his ego, if you will. Oh, the question from Michael Cole that he gave him. It's like, oh, Penta has the title, but you have the looks, the charisma, the the wrestling ability. How is it fair that he has to go up against that? Well, that's a good question, Michael Cole.
Mm.
And then Michael Cole's like, I can't do this anymore. I gotta ask a real question. Oh, no. Stick to the script. And then as Michael Cole's like, you really do have the all the abilities I've seen, and he's sitting there like smiling. It's like his ego knows no end. But it's starting to grow on me.
All right. I skipped the other girl match.
I don't remember what it was. So
Cool. Kaiser's had a commercial thing. I don't know. I'm sure they talked shit about Chad Gable.
yes, ahead of their biggest match ever in history of Lucha Libre.
And then Obafemi came out. Yeah, he did his little entrance, and then Brock Lesnar returned. Gave him a bunch of F5s.
Unretired after a week.
Apparently. I don't understand what the point of leaving all his shit in the ring was then.
Well, there's a lot of theories out there. Some theories are that he probably really did retire because he didn't like either one or two things. He didn't like the I saw someone say that he didn't like the Gunther thing, like to do a retirement match against Gunther, so he retired at WrestleMania.
Mm.
That was one theory. The other theory was the whole pay cut thing. So that was basically his negotiating chip, is to retire. But then they added enough zeros to his contract. That was the other theory. And then, yeah, it was just simple. This was the whole. I'm sure the WWE theories. This was the plan all along. You enjoying the show?
God. Is our truth even there anymore?
He's champion.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He's hurt, though.
Oh, that's right. The Judgment Day girls had a commercial interview. I skipped that. Anything to add about that?
No.
Adam Pearce storms through the back looking for Heyman. Heyman's there. He gives Pearce a contract for Oba versus Brock at Clash in Italy. Lesnar already signed it.
Yep. So we got our rematch, and not even at SummerSlam.
Nope.
So what the writing on the wall is saying here is that Brock is going to go and win in Italy, and then we'll have Oba versus Brock 3 at SummerSlam. That's what the writing on the wall here is saying.
Lesnar was embarrassed their whole like WrestleMania run. So now all of a sudden he can kick Oba's ass.
He got even.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe he studied the game tape and he saw a kink in the armor.
All right. Street Profits were interviewed. Rollins interrupted so they could talk shit to each other. And then Rollins got his ass kicked by Team Heyman. That was our main event. I'm not digging any of that. I haven't liked this whole fucking Vision bullshit when it started. It hasn't felt right. None of these people have chemistry.
It
Like
does seem like it's more second fiddle now, especially since the Bloodline is like the main faction on the show. Definitely a different direction than what they were trying when, they initially started it.
I mean, Braun Breaker is growing on me. He's not, I don't think he's anywhere near the caliber of his dad or Scott Steiner right now, but I can see like the hype is real with him.
You don't think he surpassed his dad already?
Hell no.
As a singles, not as a tag team, as a singles. What does his dad do as a single?
I remember he was the one of the champions. The TV champion, I think. Or he cut his hair, he had spiked hair.
Yeah. Man, he wasn't lighting the world up with his singles run.
I think he's a better wrestler, though. I think his matches are more enjoyable to watch.
There is that. But
I like watching Rick Steiner just tossing people. Like, he does that move where people jump up in the air and he just happens to catch them and he does a suplex.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Braun Breaker ain't doing that shit. All he's doing is spears. Does he even do that Frankensteiner off the top rope anymore?
He does.
Okay.
He might need to calm down with it because he's botched it a couple times.
Oh.
Just the running up the ropes part that he does. Not the Frankensteiner itself, but the run up. He's messed it up a couple times.
I can't imagine that that's easy.
It's not. Just like LA Knight when he does his leap to the top rope.
Mm-hmm.
Like at this point, it's like you hold your breath when he's going to do it because it's like easy. It's like 50-50 at this point if he's going to do it right or not.
I never understood how was it McIntyre or Sheamus who they were sitting in the corner and they pulled themselves back up to basically do a backflip onto the top rope.
Oh, Sheamus.
Yeah, I never understood how he never fucked that up.
Yeah.
Is he hurt?
Who knows?
Okay.
He was hurt, but I know he was hurt, but I think I saw a recent video on his Warrior workout channel.
Okay.
Or maybe he can still work out, just not wrestle yet.
That was our Monday Night Raw.
Not much to write home about, but
Absolutely not.
building for Clash in Paris.
Are you excited about that show?
I mean, they seem to be putting together a good show. You got Gunther and Cody. You got Fatu and Roman, Brock and Oba.
Well, I don't understand how you can be excited about Fatu and Roman and Gunther and Cody when you already know who's going to win.
Well, you got to take that part out, obviously.
I guess Brock and Oba is up in the air.
Yeah, that's can go either way. Yeah.
But was it next week?
Yep, this coming Sunday or Saturday.
All right.
It'll be at like 1:00, so it's gonna be a weird schedule.
Maybe I can catch that one. We'll see. Well, my pizza pie I'm making. Putting a damper on my modern day pay-per-views. Not that I'm upset about it. Well, moving on, we have Friday Night SmackDown. And we're in Lexington, Kentucky. I think we're in Rupp Arena. They recap Gunther and Cody's contract signing. Gunther beat Royce Keys, then Cody attacked him from behind like a pussy. And our walkers were Pussy Cody Rhodes, Solo Sikoa and his team, and then Shinsuke Nakamura in like a side-by-side, and a girl. And I skipped their opening girl bullshit. Anything interesting happen?
I don't remember.
Cool. Solo and his team are interviewed. They beat the shit out of Nakamura last week. Royce Keys attacked Solo with a chair. And then pulled up this week, and he challenged Solo to a match. So then Taller Tonga beat Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura got his ass beat until Damian Priest came out with a chair. Chased the bad guys off. And then later, Tama Tonga tells Solo that he has to face Priest alone to show the Bloodline B team isn't weak. There's also a nice little moment where Solo was about to spike Shinsuke, and Tama stopped him, and you thought, like, oh, he's standing up to Solo finally in this fucking bipolar storyline. But no, Tama Tonga attacked Shinsuke.
Don't be silly. Triple H doesn't pay off stories only months in. You gotta at least be 3-4 years before that gets a payoff. Or they might not even get a payoff because he'll get released before it.
More than
I
likely.
think he'll be around.
We'll see.
I do happen to notice he doesn't do his little Twitch clips anymore. He was talking all big. Oh, I'm always in trouble. I don't care. You know, you ain't doing them streams anymore. You seem to care a little bit. You stop that.
I noticed he's not doing his yayas.
Yeah, he hasn't done that either.
Nick Aldis is backstage. Cody pulled up. Aldis says Gunther still needs to sign their contract. I don't know why there's a delay on that. Sami Zayn pulled up, and he offers to help Cody beat Gunther. Cody tells him to fuck off. And Sami talks shit about Cody to Nick Aldis. Cody comes back, says he and Sami are going to have a match now. So buckle up. We had Nick Aldis backstage again. Apparently, there's a power issue, and that's being caused by Danhausen. And Danhausen disappeared.
Yep, Danhausen is still working on his body, which names are starting to get floated around now. I did see some people say maybe it's Omos, so now they're jumping on my bandwagon.
Gotta
Uh,
say that once a week.
yeah, got to get that in there. And uh, maybe even more absurd, the name that was floating around uh, was Baron Corbin. Now, this was from Dave Meltzy, so you know.
So it's not true.
Well, even Baron Corbin. Now, Baron Corbin said that it wasn't true, but that's exactly what he would say if he wanted to keep it as a surprise. So,
Right.
Yeah, the news from Meltzy is that they are interested in bringing Corbin back, and yeah, right now the idea is that he's the one under this. He's the dead body. So how's that going to make him a serious person if he's the dead body and he's getting resurrected by Danhausen?
Well, he's not.
Yeah. I think that was the only two names I said. Oh. The other name the other name that was floating around was PCO.
What?
PCO, because he is Frankenstein after all.
But he's 100.
Which would make it even more funny.
Okay. I mean, I see the logic in that. I just don't understand how you can justify releasing all those people and bring in an old Frankenstein.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but I thought it was funny to see that name floating around.
Yeah. Miz and the Fruitcake were backstage talking shit, and then Axiom interrupted, so I think there's going to be a tag match later at some point. Are they done with Danhausen?
I guess for now.
Okay. Are they still cursed?
Yes. Miz still is talking about his curse.
Okay.
Well, he's saying he's not cursed, but then everybody else says he is cursed. So that's the whole thing they're doing there. But Danhausen is, making his tag team partner. So
there you go. Trick Williams and Little Yachty came out to talk shit, and then Carmelo Hayes came out and challenged Trick Williams for his belt. Hayes says Williams screwed him out of the title. He wants it back. And Trick Williams accepted. And he ended up beating Carmelo Hayes. Ricky Starks came out for some reason to screw Hayes. And yeah. Hayes attacked him backstage later. And then Ricky Starks did. I don't know if he was smiling or what the fuck face he was making. It's weird.
yeah, he smiled as he was laying there on the crate.
Okay.
As in, I got him.
That's what they do. They get their ass beat, but then they smile to show that they're, no, this is all part of my plan.
Yeah, getting my ass beat is part of the plan. Can we take that part of the plan out?
No, it's got to be a part of it. Sami Zayn's backstage again. He runs into Johnny Gargano, who's still doing whatever the fuck he's doing.
Yeah,
again, they don't have time for the Wyatt sucks. But you got to have that Johnny Gargano segment.
I don't know if they're gonna have him join Sammy or what's going on there. Because each week now he moves a little bit. That's what's happening. it wiggles.
We got a Cody Rhodes interview. He's tired of Sammy's shit and has to fight him. He's also going to beat Gunther. Then we had Solo Sikoa beating Damian Priest. Solo did everything but win the match by himself. And what's more is Tama Tonga, who said that Solo has to win the match by himself, was more than happy to interfere on behalf of Solo. So I asked myself, what the fuck was the point of the earlier segment?
I don't know.
Priest came out. He got his ass whooped. And then Royce Keys came out for the save. Solo refused to fight Keys. Which, to be fair, that's pretty smart.
He's still trying to recruit him to the family.
Even though Keys threw a chair right in his face.
He sure did.
Cody Rhodes beat Sami Zayn. Gunther attacked Cody after the match. And then Sami let Cody get put in a sleeper hold. He walked away.
Yep. To a course of booze. And he's like, why are you booing me?
Come on, guys. I'm the good guy.
It is kind of interesting with this little delusional good guy thing. Like every week he's like, I got to do this for my ride or die fans out there. So, like I said, if they're going to do this championship Sammy thing, they got to. I said they had to turn him heel, so there you go.
I don't think he's any more interesting as a heel than he was as a babyface.
Well, if you don't like him, you don't like him. So,
yeah. But yeah, that was SmackDown. If anything, it was worse than Raw.
Absolutely worse than Raw. SmackDown is the worst show in wrestling right now. And I don't know how they fix it. But that's where, in my opinion, that's where it is.
Well, moving on. You're going to tell us about Saturday night's main event.
Saturday night's main event. And we start by me getting my notes up. And sorry, I didn't write down where we were. So I think it's in Indiana somewhere. And we start the show off with Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss versus Jade Cargill, B-Fab, and Michin, the baddies. Really the highlight of this match, I guess, was Charlotte's wardrobe choice. So Charlotte, she had her wardrobe, as Michael Cole told us, was made of all the fans that have sent her friendship bracelets over the years. She has put those friendship bracelets into her wardrobe. So she looks like a human croc with all those like charm shits in it. And yeah, that was pretty much the highlight of the match. Also, she the the bottoms were like cut. I don't know. They were like a really bikini cut. So basically, her pants were falling off the whole match.
Charlotte's was?
Yeah.
Okay. Was she
So
adjusting them?
she adjusted, but yeah. At one point, uh, Mia Yim did a styles clash, and then rolled her over and did a pin. And basically, Charlotte's pants were below the cheeks, and it didn't get blacked out either. So
Did you see that Uzi?
no, she had panties on,
Uh,
so no oos was shown. But yeah, that was the story of the match. Is her she those pants were just not staying up, and the end of the match we saw. It was a pretty good match. Whatever, entertaining match. The end of the match we saw. So there was a moment where Charlotte and Rhea were they're in the ring and they were about to shake hands and bury whatever beef they had. And I think it was Michin. She ran into the ring. Charlotte Flair pushes Rhea aside. She hits Michin, and now Rhea really has the respect for her. So they're about to shake hands, and then the same thing happens with B-Fab. She runs into the ring. Rhea does the save, and then they do stereo Samoan drops, and then finally they shake hands, and that's the story of this match. Is they've now like completely buried the hatchet. Alexa Bliss, she jumps in the middle, and there's like a three-way hug. Rhea Ripley, who just got out of a storyline with EO, by the way, the same kind of story. So they do this three-way hug, and then as they're, by the way, the match is still going on, I should say. And as they're doing this, Jade Cargo comes up from behind. She hits Rhea Ripley into Charlotte and Alexa, so she knocks them both out. Pump kicks to Rhea, Jaded, 1, 2, 3. Jade and the baddies win the match off of that. But again, Charlotte and Rhea, they've become best friends now, I guess. So that's the important part of the story.
I guess so.
And yeah, they're heading into this Jade versus Rhea match in Italy. So giving Jade the win here, obviously that means she's probably not winning in Italy. So
She was
there's
never
that.
going to win in Italy.
Yes,
Unless she
but that
wins like via DQ or something.
yeah, but this seals it. Now she's really not winning.
Right.
We go to our walkers, and it basically shows everybody walking. The tag team champions, the Street Profits. We get Soul, Ruka, and Big Time Bex because they have a match coming up, and Penta. We see him. He's out there with the crowd, and he's signing autographs. He signed someone's shirts. Whose shirt was he in? Oh yeah, there's this kid wearing a Jay Uso Yeet shirt, and
Mhm.
Penta signed it. So
Oh,
I don't know. I just thought that was funny that he signed someone else's shirt. Like, yeah, if you're gonna do it, at least sign your own shirt.
or a pair of tits.
Yeah, unsolicited too.
Just do it.
Yeah, but those are walkers, and then we go to a interview, and the interview is with Ethan Page. He's talking up his Intercontinental match tonight. Uh, he basically says that he's gonna win. This is the biggest night of Penta's career because he's going to lose to Ethan Page. It's the biggest night for the Intercontinental title because it's gonna come home to Ethan Page, and it's the biggest night for Kathy Kelly because she gets to interview Ethan Page before making those said big nights. So that was his part. They did do an interview for pretty much everybody, so it was good that they did that. And there's video packages. And what I haven't said yet is a commercial because we haven't had one yet.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
I like the idea of the interview before the match.
Yeah, they're sprinkled in. This show, yeah, it flowed pretty good for it to be a Saturday night's main event. But I was getting kind of concerned when there wasn't a commercial yet. And then it made sense here. Because next up we had Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruka. Um, again, before the match, Sol Ruka and Becky Lynch each got an interview, each saying how they were about to win. And we get to the match. It is introduced that Jessica Carr is the referee. That's something to note because Becky Lynch has this ongoing story where Jessica Carr keeps screwing her over in her matches. So that's the story there. Now, this match, it wasn't much of a match. This was, I would say it was about like a minute or 2 minutes of Sol Ruka getting a flurry of offense on Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch kind of never got out of the starting gate. And Sol Ruka, she goes for her Soul Snatcher. And this is again is like 2 minutes into the match. She goes for the Soul Snatcher. Becky Lynch, she pulls Jessica Carr in the way. And so Jessica Carr takes the Soul Snatcher instead of Becky Lynch. Well, kind of takes the Soul Snatcher. It wasn't really a Soul Snatcher. It was just like she didn't do the flip part. She kind of like stopped herself, but still hit Jessica Carr. I don't know how to best describe it. It just looked kind of weird anyway. But they did that, and Jessica Carr called for the bell, so it was a DQ. And that's why there was no commercials yet, because this match was like 2 minutes. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, so after the match, uh, after we learned that it is a DQ and Sol Ruka is now the winner, Becky Lynch attacks Sol Ruka and hits her with 3 manhandle slams, and she walks off with her title. And yeah, that's it for that. So then we go. Now we get our commercials and stuff. So now it's a regular show again. Our third match is, and I'm not going to talk about the commercials. It's whatever. Our third match. Well, I'm sorry. Before the match, we get Penta in an interview. Obviously, it's a response to what Ethan Page said earlier. And of course, Penta is going to win his match, is the takeaway there. After that, we got a. So they did this Intercontinental title like hype video thing where they basically talked about the importance of the lineage of the Intercontinental title, and it showed like all the people who has once held it and how it's a basically a stepping stone to the main event. So you had like the Warrior, Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels, Mr. Perfect, Triple H, Stone Cold, just like all the. They didn't have the Honky Tonk Man, but anyway, I think he's on bad terms, isn't he?
I
The
don't know.
Honky Tonk Man.
Who knows with him?
Yeah, they didn't have him, but yeah, they just had a bunch of previous Intercontinental champions, Bret Hart, British Bulldog. But it did lead me to a question. If you think Intercontinental champion, just think Intercontinental champion. Who's the first person you think of?
Razor Ramon.
All right, me too. It's just yeah, it's interesting. I was either he was the first person I think of, and then like immediately after I think of the Ultimate Warrior, just because of
Oh yeah.
him having that yellow title and the title versus title match he did with Hogan.
See, I would have
I,
said Mr. Perfect.
yeah, Shawn Michaels is also a well, no, I probably more think of him as with the world title.
Yeah. Or the European title.
Yeah, he did hold that for a long time.
I just remember the match he had with Triple H. That ludicrous match.
Yeah, when they were getting that European title over.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of fun. It was cool what they did, though, because Slaughter put them in a match. And then it seemed like from then on out, Michaels and Triple H were arguing. Because it was like, because we all know who would really win. Yeah, me. And then, what?
Yeah.
And then when the match finally happened at the main event, it was a farce. And they swerved everybody. That's a swerve.
Yeah. But yeah, they did the little hype package for the Intercontinental title, so good little touch there. And then we go to for some reason I I haven't written down that they go to the Club WWE commercial after this. I don't know why I have this written down, but here we are. So Club WWE, they kind of been hyping this thing up. They kind of did more of a explanation of what it is. It's basically a Costco membership. Basically, you're paying them money to be able to pay them to buy stuff from them. That's what it is. Like, oh, you get early access to tickets that you have to, of course, pay for, and exclusive merchandise that you can't get anywhere else.
That you have to pay for.
That you have to pay for. Yeah, it's not like, oh, pay for this membership and we'll send you like the loot crate where we'll send you free stuff every. No, this is just stuff you pay for access to pay for stuff. So that's what it is. But I did have that there, and then
I wish they would just bring the WWE network back.
yeah, it was such a good thing. And now they're just have what they have.
Which is nothing, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
So I have to rely on Tsinghua.
Yeah, good old Tingwall. Good there. Although, seems that I haven't checked the retro, but yeah. Seems they're struggling. I noticed they've changed the links a little bit. So they seem to be having some trouble keeping it afloat.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
There'll be another one.
Or if not, I'll just be watching the YouTube highlights.
I think, yeah, if it gets to it, I'll just do Netflix with a VPN. If it gets to that point, at least there's other things on Netflix I can watch. Not that I'm like a big watcher of stuff, but the the NFL, they get that one game, the Christmas. I think it's either Christmas or Black Friday game. They get that on Netflix, so at least I'll get that one game.
Right.
and any live events that they do. But yeah, I've pretty much caught up. Oh, we're really on a side tangent, but that's okay. We can cut this out anyway. Well, I really caught up on everything I want to watch on Netflix. I have no interest in Wednesday. I've already watched enough of the Umbrella Academy. I'm not watching season 3, and so on. Or what are they? What's the latest season? I
Couldn't
don't
tell
know.
you.
Ever since the actor decided they couldn't act anymore, I decided that I wasn't going to watch the show anymore either.
I um I think the first season was perfect, and then they fucked it up.
Yeah, I watched the first season. I watched the second season.
Yeah, the second season was stupid.
Is that where she finds, or is it she? The time travel one? Is that the second season?
Yeah, they go to Texas. Of course, there's civil rights shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched that season, and I think that's the last season I've seen. And I'm watching season 3 again because the actor decided that they can no longer act. So
There you go.
we'll just leave it there. But yes, back to Saturday night's main event. We would then go on to learn from a backstage segment that Becky Lynch, by the way, Adam Pearce wasn't there. Nick Aldis was. So we learned from Nick Aldis that Becky Lynch will be defending her title at Clash in Paris against Sol Ruka because of what happened in their match.
Oh boy.
That takes us into a Lash Legend and Nia Jax interview, where, of course, they said they're going to be winning the tag team titles, and they're still on this thing about Paige and Brie being a nostalgia act, which I believe Paige is younger than Nia Jax, which I found that kind of funny
Right.
because Paige started at like 18, so I think she's like 30. But yeah, anyway.
Nia Jax has been around forever.
Yeah, she was there with them. The little Divas era, she was with them. Well, I don't know if she was around for the Divas title, but I know she was around for the TV show because she was on one of the seasons. But yeah. So they're gonna win the titles later, which leads us into our next match. Finally, we have Penta versus Ethan Page. Uh, this is for the Intercontinental title. Michael Cole let us know that there's been 17 title defenses for the Intercontinental title on Saturday night's main event, and only once has it changed hands, and that was in 1992. Shawn Michaels beat the British Bulldog.
Oh.
So 17-1 are title defenses for the IC title here. And go ahead and make that 18-1 because Penta wins. It was a decent match. Basically the ending of the match here was Penta, he went for a Mexican destroyer. Page countered it. They struggle to the top rope to where Page does kind of like a second rope power slam that got a near 2 fall count on Penta. Page, besides himself, decides then to go pull off one of the turnbuckles. I'm sorry, turnbuckle pads. The ref catches him doing it, so the ref then goes over to put the pad back on. So then Page goes to the other turnbuckle, takes that pad off. Then he rams Penta into the pad. I'm sorry, the buckle, the exposed turnbuckle. That gets a 2 count.
Oh my god.
Yeah. This was it was a near fall. Like it was believable that this was about to be the finish, but it wasn't. And then Penta, I'm sorry, he goes to ram Penta into the turnbuckle, the exposed pad again. Penta reverses it, throws him into the exposed turnbuckle, and then Penta hits him with a a Mexican destroyer, and this was enough for the win. So Penta retains his title of the Mexican destroyer, and Page, I think that's his first loss on the main roster. I think ultimately he will win the title, but I guess I'll be waiting until SummerSlam, maybe. I was kind of surprised that Rusev didn't show up because I kind of think they're going to do like a Rusev is going to help him win and then they're going to be at a stable type deal. But that's just my guess.
Are you talking about Rusev and Page?
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, we'll see if they go there.
Yeah. Kind of seems like they're going to do that and then I don't know. Like the the crux of their friendship or team up is that Rusev is going to get a title match, and then Page is going to keep finding a way to out of it until finally it's a payoff of Rusev getting his title match. That'd be a good way to get Rusev over too. Like get him actually connected with the crowd, because they don't seem to care about him right now.
They sure don't.
Just sad because he's a good guy, wrestler,
Yeah.
believable, and yeah. You can't be going out there losing to John Vaughn Evans, though. I tell you that.
Didn't he already do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Next up, we have an interview. Paige and Nikki Bella. They're doing their backstage interview, where of course they're going to retain their titles. Yeah. The whole thing about them is this. None of this was supposed to happen. Nikki was supposed to be teaming. I'm sorry, not Nikki. Bree was supposed to be teaming with Nikki, and they were supposed to be champions. Paige took over because Nikki got hurt, so this is basically a Cinderella run for them. So I kind of get out of that maybe I don't know who's going to turn on who, but someone's going to turn. After that, we get a Street Profits interview. Of course, the Street Profits are up and they want the smoke. The smoke being the tag team championships. Our next match, though, is Paige and Bree versus Nikki and Lash Legend, the Irresistible Forces. This for the women's tag team championships. And just to skip to the end here, Paige and Bree. So Paige, she rolls up Nia Jax, and Bree used her feet to leverage Paige to hold Nia down, and that was the end of it. Not really too much more to say about that match. So we will go on to the next match, and it's. I mean, really, there was nothing to say about that match. Only, yeah. The Vision versus the Street Profits, and this is going to be for the tag team championships. Also, this is for the main event as well. But before we get the actual match, they did the same thing they did with the Intercontinental Champion, but this time with the tag team championships, talking about the hype video. So they do this hype video. This time they show us teams like the Dudleys, the Natural Disasters, the Steiners, talking about in WWE, the Hardys, the Shield, and Harlem Heat, talking about in WWE. And yes,
Okay.
the Harlem Heat. I see how they try to slip that in there.
Was Big T there?
No, it was Stevie and Booker.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if Stevie made it to WWE ever.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he didn't.
Yeah, it's like, look at them trying to sneak in the WCW stuff. Like it's their legacy.
Well, technically it is. They bought it.
They did, but
I know what you're saying.
yeah.
It'd
But
be
yeah,
kind of funny if they put like Motor City Machine Guns have been there. They haven't done shit though.
yeah. I mean, they did win the titles, but I don't think you're gonna put them over. They didn't put the New Day over. They may have put the Usos over. There were so many teams in there. I didn't get them all, but I know the New Day wasn't there. They only had one black team, and that was Harlem Heat.
So they had to use a team that's not even part of their.
Yeah. And what was it? Oh, it is also funny that here they are trying to gas up the tag team titles like they're so important when they just laid off their whole tag team division.
No.
So I thought that was also funny.
Yeah, no shit.
But yeah, this leads us into the match. We have, oh no, still before the match, we have Heyman. He does the interview for the Vision. Of course, the Vision is going to retain the titles.
I forgot they were champions.
Yeah, they're champions. So this ended up being a pretty fun match, all in all. I'll say the two men's matches were pretty dang good. The trios match was pretty good too. Yeah, there's just Soul and Becky. They didn't really have a match, and then Nia and Paige was there, so that's a positive. Anyway, we have our main event here, and again, it was a pretty fun match. At the beginning of the match, the crowd was really onto Logan Paul with the Fire Logan Paul stuff. They had signs and they had like a picture of Logan Paul, which I think is from the music video that Hendry did. So they were really onto him on that. And there's a point at the match where the Vision they were gonna do the take the count out and lose the match on purpose thing. The Street Profits, they ran them down, threw them back in the ring, and there was a near fall off of a blockbuster from the Street Profits, and we go to the end here where the Street Profits they're outside the ring, and out of nowhere is Braun Breaker to help his Vision buddies. So he starts to gain a head of steam to do his spear. And as he gets around the corner, Montez Ford does a leapfrog over him. And then, sorry, I'm blanking on his name. What's the other guy?
Dawkins.
Angelo Dawkins. There we go. So Montez Ford does the leapfrog. Angelo Dawkins hits him with a pounce. And this pounce, he hits him. Breaker clears the announce table and lands in Michael Cole's chair. And it was a great looking spot. And basically, this is taking Braun Breaker out of the match. So, Street Profits, they get back in the ring. They hit the sky high onto Austin Theory. They hit the frog splash. And they get a very close 2 count because Paul Heyman put Austin Theory's leg on the ropes. So, as they're continuing the match here, Montez Ford was going to go for a dive onto Logan Paul to the outside, and Logan Paul caught him with the brass knucks, and he rolls Ford back into the ring, and that was the end of the match. He hit him with the brass knucks, and then
That's all
Dawkins
she
went out.
wrote.
Yeah, Dawkins went out to fight Logan Paul, but yeah, there was no there was really no finish here. The brass knuckles was it. There was no finisher move here. That was it.
Well, I
As it should
mean,
have been.
yeah.
Yeah, as it should have been. Getting hit with brass knuckles would certainly be the end of the match. And then so yeah, that was the 1, 2, 3. So the Vision wins. They end the show by walking up the ramp, holding up the titles. You get the little graphic comes up that produced by Triple H. Then all of a sudden, as they're walking up the ramp, Breaker, he decides to turn back around. He runs down the ramp, gets in the ring, he spears Dawkins, and then he spears Angelo. I'm sorry, he spears Dawkins, and then he spears Montez Ford. And then we go really off the air with the Vision in the ring holding the titles up. And that was the end of the night. Like I said, it was a pretty good match from the men's side. Becky and Soul, they didn't really have a match, so there's that. And then, yeah, the women's tag team match can only do so much with that because of who's in it. But I guess it gives them something to do. And I think they already have their next challengers for the tag team. I don't know. Maybe they do, maybe they don't.
We'll all be on pins and needles for that one.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know. It gives them something to do. They did bring Brie back to be champion. That was the plan. But it is going to be interesting, I guess, to see what happens when Nikki comes back, and if they're going to turn on Paige, or if Paige is going to turn on them, or what's the dynamic going to be there if they're still champions. So it'll be interesting.
Bree's going to turn on Nikki, and then they're going to have a WrestleMania or a SummerSlam dream match. Because, we all been clamoring for a Nikki Bree face off.
It was good when they did it for when Nikki joined the Authority. At least storyline wise, I don't remember the match part of it, but the story was good.
I'm trying to think. I don't remember that one.
Yeah, I don't remember what happened in the match at all, but I remember the story because it was like, oh my God, Nikki turned on her sister, her twin sister, which is only something Vince McMahon wouldn't do. I was also thinking, oddly, outside of like the natural disasters, outside of like the later years, so like all tag teams are brothers. Like Harlem Heat, they were brothers. The Steiners, they were brothers.
Well, that's a perfect tag team.
Yeah. The Smoking Guns, weren't they supposed to be brothers? Bart and
Bart and Billy Gunn.
yeah, they were brothers. It's just it's like the perfect tag team combination was to be brothers.
Nation of Domination were brothers.
They
Yeah.
were.
Yeah.
Even with Owen Hart there, he was the biggest brother of them all. Of course, they had to have a token. He was actually a good addition to it, though.
He was a good addition to anything.
Yeah. I watched this I think it was King of the Ring. It was Owen Hart versus the 1-2-3 Kid. It's actually a pretty damn good match. Obviously.
I bet.
I was like, yeah. I was like, wow. I wasn't big on the 1-2-3 Kid. Of course, I got into him when he, became X-Pac, but
I like the 1-2-3 Kid.
honestly, the only thing I remembered from him was beating Razor Ramon. Like, that's the only thing I remembered from him.
I knew he did the moonsault.
Yeah.
Which, at the time, that was an innovative move.
Yeah, he did the moonsault, but yeah, the only match I remember of him was beating Razor Ramon. But yeah, apparently he had the match I watched, he was against Owen Hart, and it was a barn burner. If we could get a match like that now, like that's just a random King of the Ring qualifier match.
Right.
It wasn't even like a pay-per-view. Like if we could get that quality now. Although there was some good wrestling tonight. Like I said, outside of the 1-2 matches, and one being not a match, and then the other was just your participants. Everything else was pretty good wrestling.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
But with that, what do we have next? Are we already on the stories?
We're on the stories.
All right. Flying through the show. I'm going to go ahead and mess that up now because we got the stories. So let's start with the non-clips here. Now, I'm going to go and tell you now, this first clip, only play it for like 30 seconds when you do it, or when I tell you. Only play for 30 seconds because it's a 2-minute clip and you definitely don't want to play the whole 2 minutes. So basically, this clip, this kind of went viral today. Just shows you how crazy AI is. Now remember, AI is a problem, but we have this Twitter account. It's from Larry Bundy Jr. He shared a clip from some faceless YouTube channel that goes by the name of Joe Liza WWE. Again, it's just a faceless YouTube channel that uploads a AI.
We're making right now.
Hold on. AI. It uploads an AI generated clip. I'm sorry, a AI generated script into a AI video creator, and it spits out a video for him or her. I don't know which one it is. And yeah, so this is one of the this is one of the videos that got uploaded.
Now, can you afford?
And again, only play it for like 30 seconds because you're gonna see why in a second here. Oh,
Maybe.
wait. Sorry, a little bit more setup here. So what we have here is a video that again the channel uploaded, and so the AI is going through its scripts, and then for some reason it gets to the WWE, like just the letters WWE, and this is what the clip is going to be about.
Millions of fans are making right now. Can you afford it? Maybe. But do you feel like you have to be there? That's the question. And for a lot of people, the answer this year seems to be not quite. The show will happen. The stadium will likely fill up one way or another. What
Now that goes on for 2 minutes.
That?
Yes.
Oh my God.
So again, this script is AI and that voice is AI. So yeah, for whatever reason, it gets to WWE and it just starts freaking out or whatever that was.
Or was WWE written over and over again?
It could be, but again, that goes on for 2 minutes.
God, that's crazy.
The worst part of this all is that also goes to show that this person, they didn't even they just put blind trust in the AI. They just put the script together, threw it in there, and didn't even I don't know, watch it back to make sure it's good.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know.
So again, AI is going to be a problem, but there are some things that's got to get the kinks out of. Now, this actually might be the worst channel. This Joe Lizza might be the worst channel in wrestling. Go ahead and pull that channel up. It's I can spell it for you here. Joe and then Liza WWE.
Is it worse than Sean's View?
It's about the same. Oh,
Okay.
you're on Twitter.
Oh, I need to go on YouTube.
Yeah.
Joe Lizza.
Yeah, Joe Lizza WWE. And you don't have to click on a video. You're just going to see the thumbnails and it'll tell you everything. And again, so what we already know about this channel. So look at that. So AI thumbnails here. I know, but give me bear with me here, chat. AI thumbnail here. We got obvious clickbait. So this video says Triple H leaves WWE and joins AEW and gets a $50 million raise or whatever. You got Randy Orton in a hospital bed.
Wow. Cena in a hospital bed too?
Well, that's one of their go-tos is the hospital. But yeah.
Brock Lesnar's in the hospital as well. Jesus.
So it is like that Sean view or whatever.
Yeah, I know he's been around forever. It's just, yeah.
Now, what may be sadder is that this Joe Lizza has 2,000 subscribers off of this junk.
Oh, Randy Orton's still in the hospital. Look. That's
look
insane.
at this one. They are fired. And then it says 5 minutes ago, Triple H just released 25 more WWE superstars and nobody saw it coming. Well, the picture is Randy Orton, Gunther, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Seth Rollins, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, and Roman Reigns.
Are they all in the hospital?
No, they're all fired.
Yeah, okay. Well, they could be fired in the hospital.
Get them in the hospital too.
Yeah, just have them all just in hospital beds. Yeah, that's pretty wild.
John Cena's disturbing truth about his retirement will leave you speechless, and he's in the hospital. I mean, Brock Lesnar's on life support, it looks like.
Yeah.
Golly.
That's shameless.
Yeah, and the fact that they're like that one got 4,000 views. Oh, there we go. So the Randy Orton again in the hospital, Cody Rhodes crying, and it says Cody Rhodes reveals what Randy Orton has been hiding from WWE fans, and the banner it says he has 7 days left.
Yeah, this is shameless. Better watch out though. We'll get an AI thumbnail of us in the hospital. The show
maybe-
has 7 days left. What is this? The fucking Ring?
Yeah, why's everybody got to be dying?
No idea.
Well, that one has 58,000 views, so I understand. And again, so there's that, and then the actual videos is of an AI voice and an AI script. So there you go.
So he just doesn't do anything.
Yeah. And then and doesn't even proofread it because you can't be checking it. Like that video was 30 seconds, so you didn't even listen to 30 seconds to make sure it was good.
Right.
Like at least I listen to when I edit the videos. I listen to the whole thing through just to make sure everything sounds right. I don't just like edit it and then just upload it. Not that I use AI to edit, but not yet, at least. Not putting it past me. Anyway, there's that story. If anybody's here and they want to report that channel, you can go ahead and do that. Probably be helping us out, YouTube, that is.
Didn't we just say last week we weren't for striking and shit?
Is it striking or is it
What are you striking the guy for?
not striking, just reporting for
what?
false content?
Oh, it's YouTube. It's all false.
Oh, look at this one. This is Triple H just banned Vince McMahon from WWE forever and exposes him. And then the thumbnail is Vince McMahon standing behind Stephanie McMahon, and it says he just abused Stephanie. And he's standing behind Stephanie shirtless with a smile on his face. Like, what kind of sloth is this?
How did he abuse her?
Oh, you know what they're going for. Oh, Stephanie's in a bikini too for some reason in this thumbnail.
Of course she is.
What are you suggesting here?
Tell me in detail.
But yeah, there's that. Next up, EO Sky. She's been off TV for a couple weeks. It has been announced, or they made an announcement that she's gotten married. So I don't know if there's anything to really go off of there, but it's just more of a congratulations. So Evil, who just got to NXT a few weeks ago. Now it makes sense why he's now in WWE, as him and now EO are married. they put out a joint statement. So the video here, you don't really have to play it, but I did put it here. The video is just like they had some kind of like press conference thing, talking about their marriage. I don't know. I don't understand that their culture, but they did put out a statement on their Twitter. If you want to pull that part of it up, and it's that second link, and just Alex was kind enough to translate for us. Looks like a black guy in that little profile picture, but I'm going to assume that he understands what they were saying, and he translated it. And it says, "To everyone who always supports us so warmly," because yeah, they did the statement on their account in Japanese fully. So this is the translation. It says, "This is a personal matter, but we would like to announce that WWE's Naruko, formerly Evil, again, who's in NXT, and fellow WWE superstar Io Sky, formerly Io Shirai, are husband and wife. We both began our journey in professional wrestling in Japan, each seeing different scenery and skies along the way. Starting this early summer, we're deeply grateful and happy that we will now stand on the same stage called WWE Overseas. What? Not only as companions,
Overseas from Japan.
Oh, okay. Not only as companions pursuing the same dream, but also as partners in life. Oh, so sweet. From here on, as husband and wife, we will support each other in our daily lives and as WWE superstars while sharing both the loneliness and the darkness and the glory of success. We will continue to push each other higher so that each of us can shine even brighter. To all the fans who have supported and guided us until now, and to everyone involved in our journey, we will never forget our gratitude. Together, we will continue striving for even greater heights. Though we were still inexperienced as a couple, we sincerely ask for your combined guidance and support in the future. Evil and Io." So yeah, there's that. Again, it's just more of a congratulations, I guess. Also not here, I guess, since we are talking about international stars. Asuka, and I didn't get it here, but Asuka, she did post on her social media that she will be returning to WWE. She just had some personal issues that she had to take care of. And basically, she didn't go into detail of what the personal issues was or when she'll be back, but that was that. She had some personal issues she had to take care of, and she will be back at some point.
She got knocked up.
From who?
Triple
Who's she
H.
been playing around with? Who Asuka out there playing around with?
Triple H, of course.
Oh, I don't think Io would appreciate that. Speaking of which, I don't think Rhea appreciates this Io announcement because they had a good thing going, and now she's all married to a guy.
Yeah. Who's she gonna face caress now?
Well, like I said, it seems like her and Charlotte Flair have picked up where that left off. Charlotte Flair is going to be her new Io. That doesn't make sense. Charlotte Flair's not Io at all. Like, in no way is Charlotte Flair Io. She's not like a little anime doll.
They both do a moonsault.
Yeah, there's that. But she's like as tall as Rhea. Rhea struck me as needing one of those little shorter people
to boss around and do things with.
Yeah. She needs to. She needs to be the dominant one. Charlotte strikes me as she would compete as being the dominant one. I don't know.
That could be interesting too.
Yeah.
Like, you ever see those videos where they start off wrestling?
I think I have watched one of those.
And it turns into like hardcore scissoring.
Naturally, after a good fight, that's where it gets you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Last up on our clips here, or no clips. Before we get into the more serious, well, we got some serious stuff. But Tiffany Stratton, she does a Twitch now, I guess. And she was doing a Q&A, and she actually addressed the... So remember the story we did about... I don't know if we ever said it was like official, but Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. Remember, Vinci got kicked out of Imperium, taken
Yeah.
off TV, and then all of a sudden he was moved to SmackDown. Is like the story on the street was he hit on Tiffany, and that's what happened.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, so she addressed that here in a Q&A, and she addressed other things too. But it's about a 2-minute clip. But we'll get to the Kaiser, or I'm sorry, the Vinci part. So I guess I'll tell you when it's out. Or I guess we
Stratton
can go
has a
through
bunch
it.
of work done. Guys, I just have my boobs done. Got some lip filler and we've got some Botox. And that's it. I'm not plastic from head to toe. It's just the chest, the lips, and some Botox. Okay, let's move on. Tiffany chipped her tooth at WrestleMania. I don't care what you think you saw, what you heard. I did not chip my tooth. I promise you. Why would I lie about that? If I chipped my tooth, I would actually kind of think that's pretty cool. And then I'd be able to get some veneers done. Some fresh new veneers. Anywho,
how many of you guys thought that both of those were true?
Yeah, who thought those were true?
Like,
I gotta slow down.
If it's a lot, L in the chat.
Jesus Christ.
Walk it.
Cricket.
Ooh, we're getting
What,
some
the
subscribers.
comments?
The
Slay.
content.
Somebody put only the tooth.
Only the tooth.
I thought the tooth for sure.
No.
Somebody put maybe.
Guys, I never chipped my tooth. I would tell you. Also, why would I lie about that? Like, I would actually kind of think that's pretty cool.
She sounds a lot different.
Okay.
as a character.
Here's a good one. You ready? A former WWE wrestler was let go for flirting with me. You guys, that may be the craziest one I have ever heard. That did not happen. That is not true. There is no truth to that. I hope he is doing amazing. I heard he just signed with TNA, and I think he's gonna kill it. So absolutely no truth to that. That's a complete false accusation. Who thought that was true? Let me know.
All right, that's good enough there. The comments are a bunch of idiots.
You're so hot. You're gorgeous. Fuck me.
I'm beating it right now. But yeah, so there you go. So she shuts down the rumor. She didn't say a name, but that is Giovanni Vinci she is talking about, who is now Fabian Eichner. He just showed back up in TNA, so good for him. That's the dead giveaway there. But yeah, she deadens the story. Also, she mentioned there, while we wanted to play it at the beginning, She mentioned there that only her lips, her boobs, and some filler. No, filler in her lips and
Her boobs.
her boobs are fake. So she's not plastic from head to toe. But you would
Yeah.
then you would have to ask what else is there to to even get.
Pussy implants.
Oh, well, I guess so. Ass cheeks.
Yeah.
I remember those were a big thing. I don't know if women still do that. All right, we will move on to our main stories here. So, as we'll start from the bottom and work our way up here. Let's talk about that Danhausen. Love that Danhausen. So Danhausen has somehow worked his way into the mainstream. Like this guy, he's all over ESPN. He's all over uh, Twitter. He's gone mainstream. And what has gone mainstream for him is he has become basically the honorary mascot, if you will, for the New York Knicks, who are currently in the NBA playoffs. Now, this all started when Danhausen he made an appearance back to promote WrestleMania 42, and with a back and forth with Stephen A. Smith, he said that Stephen A. Smith was very rude, and he ended up cursing the Knicks. So, you are cursed to the Knicks. And when he cursed the Knicks, they would go on to lose their next. So they were up one in the series against the Atlanta Hawks. They would go on to lose the next two games. So now they got cursed. Now they're down 2-1 to the Knicks. I'm sorry, to the Hawks. About to get sent home for the playoffs. So that's where it all started. So again, Danhausen, he cursed the Hawks. I'm sorry, he cursed the Knicks. The Hawks would go on to win the next two games. So then we have a fan who was so, I don't know. I should say fans are very superstitious. So we have a random fan who would then go on to pay for a cameo from Danhausen. And in the cameo request, he paid to uncurse the Knicks. And it being a cameo, that was human monies, as Danhausen has always requested. So he did go ahead and oblige, and he uncursed the Knicks. The Knicks then would go on to not only win the next game, I think so. They win the next game. They came back from 21 points down at the half or something like that. And that ties the series. And then they go on to win the next two games, eliminating the Hawks. They won the final game of that series. They won it by 51 points, which is like one of the biggest
Goddamn.
playoff. Yeah, one of the biggest playoff victories ever. They would go on to the next series against the
Who do they think they are? Kobe Bryant?
something like that. So they go on to the next series. The next series is against the 76ers, and pull out the brooms. They sweep the Sixers. So that's the next part of it. Danhausen, because now this is catching on. Of course, Danhausen is taking credit for all this. So Danhausen now is back on ESPN, and they're talking to him about the upcoming now game, the Cavaliers, Cleveland, which is the series they're in now, versus the Knicks. And for the Knicks, if they win this series, they'll go to the finals for the first time since like the 80s or something like that. Like, it's been a long time. So Danhausen, he was on ESPN and he cursed the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers in the next game against the Knicks would go on to blow a 22-point lead. What's worse is they blew a 22-point lead in the fourth quarter. So they were up 22 with like 7 minutes to go in the game.
God
And
damn.
lost that game and lost the game.
They deserved it then. Shit.
Yes. And then the Knicks won the next game. And then as of this recording, it was game 3 and the Knicks won that game too. So essentially,
So it's looking good for the Knicks.
yes. So they're 1 game away from the finals. And essentially, since Danhausen uncursed the Knicks, they have won 10 straight games in the playoffs. Now, I don't know if this leads to... I do have questions like, if they lose a game, is that the curse? Like, is the curse over if they lose a game, or they can lose only if they don't lose a series? Is that the curse? But yeah, ever since the curse thing, they haven't even lost a game, so we don't even know.
And Danhausen is capitalizing on it.
Yes, Danhausen has made sure to take credit every step of the way, which leads us to tonight, because he has taken so much credit that WWE has gone ahead and launched new Danhausen merch. And the Danhausen merch is in collab with the Knicks, and it says "You are cursed." Or, I'm sorry, "You are uncursed," with the Knicks logo on it. And also it's in orange and blue Knicks colors. Available on WWE Shop. By the way, we do have a link, and no, that's not what I just want to bring this up, but we do have a link to the shop. So if you are going to go buy this shirt, you can click on the link in the description next to the like button, and it will take you to the offer there, and you might get some kind of discount. It's kind of a crapshoot on when that happens and when you click on it, but yes, there might be a discount there for you. But yeah, it's such a crazy thing that Danhausen just so happens to, he cursed the Knicks, they lose a game, and again, he's just kind of timing this perfectly. But he curses them, they lose a game, he uncurses them, and then they haven't lost since.
So I guess good for the Knicks. Who's in the finals? Or who's the other? Who's the Western Conference?
Well, unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be Oklahoma City, which is who won the title last year. But that actually might be a better... It might be better for them, because the other team that's in the conference championship is the Spurs, and they have a 7'4" alien named Victor Wembanyama, who, by all account, looks like he's gonna be the next face of the league for the next, like, however long he wants it to be.
I thought that was Zion Williams or whatever.
No, he's fat. This is the guy. Victor Wembanyama. He's a 7'4" alien. He's 7'4", and he shoots threes like Steph Curry, and he plays defense like Dikembe Mutombo. So
Where did he come from?
France.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's definitely on his way to be the face of the league. So game 1 against the Thunder, he he hits like a half court shot to tie the game. He ties the like because they were about to lose. He hits a half court shot, ties the game, and then they'd go on to win in overtime.
Well, geez.
And
They kind of deserve it after that, don't they?
yeah. And now, yeah, unfortunately, Oklahoma City has come back to win the next 2 games. So the series is 2-1. They're playing again tonight. Yeah, game 4 is about to be upon us. And yeah, it's a 4-game series, but yeah, if the Spurs lose, then essentially it's over.
Do you find the NBA more exciting now that LeBron James isn't in the final every year?
No. I like that LeBron James is in the finals every year. And that's what I said. It looks like Wemby's about to get the transfership of that power. So the as they say, the league better get it in while they can, because he's about to take the keys to the kingdom, and then he's going to be in the finals for as ever long as he wants. And it ain't, yes, Zion was supposed to be that guy, but yeah, he seems to like food more than he likes dominance. Nothing wrong with it, but you're an athlete, or you were. I don't even know what he's doing now. Is he even in the league anymore?
I couldn't tell you.
But see, it's funny that they missed with Zion. And by they, I mean like the media hype machine. Because yes, he was. It was like get their throats open because we're about to jam this Zion guy down their throats.
Yeah, he was supposed to be like the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, and then he just failed through, and now they've just moved on. Now they're suckling on Wemby. But from what we see, yes, Wemby, like you can even tell, like when they talk about Wemby, yeah, you can just tell that they're getting ready to latch on to him. And you would think it would be Oklahoma City, since they are the defending champion, and it seemed to be heading back to the finals where they'll be facing the Knicks, which I'll go ahead and say I will be fully on board with the Knicks on this one, because Oklahoma City they're not fun to watch. They're just a bunch of floppers. So not a fun game to watch there. Like there was a stat. So the main guy is SGA, Shea Gilgeous Alexander, or Alexandra, whichever one. And there was a stat that like he took 20 something shots in the game, and he fell to the floor 22 of those times. So I think it was like 27 shots and he fell to the ground 22 times.
That just means he's going 110%.
It means it means he's trying to get a foul every time he takes a shot. Like, yeah, so just not a fun game to watch for them.
That's fair.
So, yeah, so it will be interesting, I guess, to see once the Knicks, because yeah, the Cavs, they're pretty much done. The Cavs. So the Knicks will be waiting, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see what actually happens, and And boy, if the Knicks happen to win the championship with this whole Danhausen curse thing, it's just going to be craziness. And then just another merch opportunity for Danhausen. Like, I'm actually thinking of buying the shirt that's on the screen there. I'm not even a Knicks fan, and I'm thinking of buying that shirt.
Well, that makes one of us.
But again, if you, we do have a affiliate link if you want to go to the WWE shop. That's not the reason I did this story, but if it is there, so might as well take advantage of it. But let us know what you think of it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we will go on to the next story. Well, I'm going to get a drink before we go on to the next story. Our next story, let's talk about Chelsea Green. She's not the only person that's taking some shit here, but I think she's maybe the biggest one that is taking some shit. Okay, so let's talk about the story. So the WWE superstars, they're going to be involved in a White House fan fest that will take place alongside the UFC Freedom 250 event. Basically, UFC is putting on a fight at the White House, and their WWE is sending talent there with it because, you know, TKO owns UFC and WWE, so why not do a crossover and such. So we got the names that are going to be going to this event, and it was released, and the names are, and these are going to be the WWE superstars. Now, again, they're going to be doing a meet and greet. From what Charlotte Flair said, probably some signing, like autograph signings, and that's about it. Like, she didn't. Well, that's all she knows. She didn't say anything about, like, I don't know. I don't know what people think here. But the talent that will be going to the UFC 250 events, fight on the White House, Charlotte Flair, the Usos, Chelsea Green, The Miz, Trick Williams, Tiffany Stratton, and Braun Breaker. And of the names, of course, you would know Braun Breaker and Tiffany Stratton obviously would be there. The Miz is a company man, so obviously he'd be there. The Usos, you wouldn't be surprised that they would be there. But the names that took everybody aback were Chelsea Green and Trick Williams. Trick Williams because he's just the new guy. But Chelsea Green was the biggest name to stick out to people there. Well, why are they sticking out? You might be asking. It is because of the current president that is in office. So there was a Twitter user. I couldn't find the tweet. I think they may have deleted it, but so basically the tweet was, I guess the check cleared, and it quote tweeted the fact that Chelsea Green was going to be at this White House event. And then there's another post, and yes, Chelsea Green was getting a lot of shit because, you know, she is on the left, the right or left. This is left. She's on the left.
Oh, she's definitely left.
Yeah, she's on the left, and a lot of people saw this as maybe turning her back on them. So she had to take to Twitter, of course, and on her Twitter, she said, "Doing my job and supporting the community are not mutually exclusive. I'll continue to do what I can to advocate for human rights whether you approve or not, is what she said. So essentially, she took the route of, I'm just doing my job, which seems to be like that is fair. But people were calling her out on that, like, oh, you're a hypocrite, or you should, I don't know. There's a lot of people talking tough. We'll just say that. Like, oh, you should like tell them no. Tell your bosses no to doing your job. Because there's a lot of people who
don't have a job and want to play God with somebody else's.
Yes. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I don't think it's reasonable to say, oh, you shouldn't do your job. And I also think it's reasonable that she's a professional and I don't know, just because and again, she's just going to do like a meet and greet. It doesn't say like, oh, she's going to hang out with Trump all day. She's going to be on the White House. Maybe she'll take a picture with it. Maybe she won't. That's here. I'm sure she'll take a picture and won't post it. Or a picture will be taken and she won't post it, but we'll still get it. I don't know. But yeah, it's just like they're just, I don't know. They're just doing their job. That's all it needs to be. It's not like this is not a political stand just because they're tasked to go to the White House and they're going.
Yeah, it's not like it's the RNC convention.
Yes. And it should be no surprise that WWE would be sending people to the White House because Triple H works for the White House. His mother-in-law works for the White House. So, yes, should not be a surprise that they're ingrained in the White House.
It is kind of odd that they would choose Chelsea.
It is. But again, I don't think it's a political thing. I think they're just wanting to send like their, I don't know, she's just one of the media people. Charlotte Flair, she was also a name on the list. She was asked from TMZ, and we do have a sound clip of her side of the story here. Sorry, it's that next link. And started at the, I think it's the 20-minute mark. I can't see the timestamp. Hold on. Well, I see my timestamp, but I can't see your timestamp. It's timestamped, so it's about the 20-minute part. Oh, never mind. I got that so wrong. Go back to. Sorry, I don't know how I got that so wrong. Go to the right. Right again. One more. That. So play the beginning of that. Sorry, chat. We'll get it right when
I have.
I love that. So this is big, and maybe you can confirm it. So it was announced that you'll be at the Freedom 250 Fan Fest this June on the White House lawn. Is that
I just
correct?
saw the announcement online.
She just found out herself.
Oh, really?
I just found. Well, no, I knew I had a signing. They're like, "Hey, you have a signing on what date?" And I was like, "Okay, sure." And then I saw online. I was like, "Oh, I guess I'm at a UFC fight." Great.
I mean, but honestly, my question is, and I'm not trying to get, politics.
Yeah.
Like politics aside, what is it like for you, personally representing WWE at something as big as the White House in America? It's a big deal.
Yeah. Well, I saw it online, and then I was like, well, I guess I won't be wearing my queen outfit that I had.
Oh, you have to. You have to.
No, I had like my spray painted bedazzled outfit that I was going to wear to the signing because it was just a signing. And then it said White House signing. I'm like, so are we going to the White House?
Regardless, you have to outdress Melania. And you may have to wear the outfit. You may have to.
No, but I really did not know what we were doing until I saw it on Twitter.
Right.
And I was like, oh. Yeah, I guess
incredible.
my thoughts changed a little of what I had planned for the weekend.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, it's too fresh. Then we'll have to circle back on that one for sure.
Yeah.
I do want to ask you about,
there's a clip there. So yeah, Charlotte Flair didn't even get asked, according to this clip. She just got told she was going.
Sure, she did.
That's what she says.
She's totally a MAGA now.
Yeah, they're all MAGA, and they got young Trick Williams in there too. But yeah, it's like that's probably her. I do think that that's her covering. Like, I mean, I didn't even know I was going because no one wants to actually be a part of it. But
You would think that they would know in advance because of all the security protocols and shit.
yeah, it's not like they're going to In-N-Out Burger. Like they're gonna have it's the White House. You're gonna have a lot of shit you got to get taken care of before you go. They probably got to do background checks and shit.
Right? Yeah.
So
DNA samplings.
yeah, you got to get everything. So yeah, it'll be I don't know. I don't think it was anything for people to get crazy over.
I wouldn't think anything of it.
But yeah, this is just how the woke side thinks. Is you're going, so you're MAGA now.
Well, they're supposed to protest all the time and be angry. Like, no, I won't do this because my principles are more important than yours.
Yeah, putting my foot down. Like, okay. And again, a lot of you people who say this probably don't even have a job. And you're wanting people to do whatever it is. But as we go on to our final story of the night, the final story of the night, we talk about Ludwig Kaiser, who is had quite the week. So Ludwig Kaiser, he found himself arrested this week. You sent me this story, and I thought, like, what the hell? And I initially saw that it was a domestic issue, and I was like, uh-oh. But
I thought Ric Flair got to him.
yeah, I mean, when I first saw domestic, I thought it was like he beat the woman. He beat that woman.
Nope, Flair showed up to his house.
Now, it still might be because we don't have, well, we have a name, but we don't have footage yet. So, yeah, Ludwig Kaiser, he found himself arrested this week. The news broke on Wednesday, the 20th of May. Real name Marcel Bartel was arrested on Wednesday, the 20th, on first-degree misdemeanor battery charges in Orlando, Florida. So, as the story goes, he was aware, or he was turned on to the fact that he had a warrant out for his arrest. So he actually turned himself in to the Orange County Jail. I guess he was in Mexico. He flew back and turned himself in, posted bill, which was $1,000. And yeah, he's now out of jail. He's getting parades thrown for him in Mexico again. So we're on a pause on that for now. But what happened? What did he get arrested for? So there's two sides of the story. We're going to cover the neighbors. We're going to cover one side, and then we're going to cover, I would assume, Ludwig's side. So the first side of the story was according from the police affidavit. The incident occurred back in April of 2023 around 6 p.m. At the Lake Elo Hotel, which is Lake Eola apartment, whatever, where Kaiser lives. And this, according to the police report, that a neighbor identified as Richard Reap entered an elevator with Kaiser, who he believed to be, he entered a elevator with Kaiser and a woman who we would go and assume is his chick. Her name will be revealed later here. Reap told the police that the couple was acting in a uncomfortable, intimate manner and aggressively kissing on the elevator. So when they reached the 12th floor, he turned to the couple and said, "Please have some manners." Again, this is the one side of the story.
This is the dude that got punched,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Yeah, so he said, "Please have some manners." And then again, according to Reap, this sent Kaiser into a violent rage.
Yeah, Kaiser hulked up on him. What?
Yes, he went into a violent rage off of that, hauled off and punched him multiple times, knocking him to the ground, and then threatened further violence on him.
Probably spit on him too.
Yeah. Now, officers documented that there was a large scratch on Reap's head and visible redness on his back. I'm sorry, on the back of his head. And then investigators reviewed the surveillance footage.
Imagine calling the cops for a scratch and some redness.
Yeah.
You're calling people with guns for a scratch.
Well, he got attacked. I mean, I got some things to say about that side of the story anyway. A lot of people, well, let me go ahead and finish here. So, yeah, so the police, they reviewed the footage. They identified that it was Kaiser. And, yeah, that's what got the arrest warrant for him. And again, he turned himself in, and then he's out now. So the story, that part of the story is that there is footage out, and I don't know why we don't have it yet. I'm sure we will get it at some point. This can turn the story. Like when that footage gets released, this could really turn the story.
Oh, it absolutely will. It'll confirm one side.
Yes. So that was the first part of the story. Now, what did you think of that? Like, let's say that part of it is like that's the truth of the story.
It's not though. There's no way he gets out of the elevator. Please, will you stop it? And he's gonna get his ass kicked for that. Well, obviously more had to have happened. And for him to call the police for a scratch.
Well, he got attacked.
He didn't get attacked. He probably got incidentally scratched. He probably got scruffed by the neck or something. Like, you say that to my woman one more time, I'll throw you down the stairs, you little bitch.
Well, again, it says that the police report said that he got punched multiple times.
That's what he told the police. That's all their police report is. That's what that motherfucker's account is.
Okay. But it also says that they, got the footage and saw it was Kaiser. So
yeah, it was Kaiser scruffing him up. I believe that an incident happened. What I don't believe is the motherfucker just turned around. Please stop it.
Well,
There's kids
okay.
around.
He didn't say that, but I saw a lot of people talking about, oh, he should mind his own business. This guy. A lot of people were saying that. Oh, like I get it. They're doing PDA, but you should mind your own business. Like
we don't even know if that's the case, though. Like this whole guy's story is suspect.
I don't know. I think there's some truth to it.
Yeah,
even-
Kaiser was involved. That's all I believe.
I believe there was. Okay, I guess the question then becomes, what is aggressively kissing and uncontrollably intimate?
Was
In
he
my
on his
mind,
knees?
in my mind, he's like, rounding second base, like his fingers are running up her thigh, up her skirt, and the guy's like,
You hear that
like-
squish sound?
and it's like, guys, can we just, like, it's a 30-second elevator ride, can we wait? What, bitch? You don't want to watch, bitch? And that's what, like, that tipped him off. You don't want to watch? According to this guy's story.
Yeah, but we don't even know. Like, it could have been something else. That guy could have been just belligerent.
Or Kaiser could have been drunk.
That's true.
Well, that was one side of the story. Then we get to the other side of the story, which has even more holes in it. So the other side of the story is from Raj Giri. Now, from what it sounds like previously, there was only 3 people involved. There was Kaiser, the chick, the dude, the neighbor. So where Raj is getting his side of the story from, like, which one of those 3? Well, obviously it wasn't the neighbor, because he already told his side, and his side was, he politely asked him to stop and got his ass beat for it. She probably didn't say anything because she's a model, so he's not sliding in her DMs. So that means Kaiser is telling him this part of the story.
Okay, so we have both sides of the story then.
And Kaiser's side of the story is that, and this coming from Raj Giri, this is what I heard regarding the Ludwig Kaiser situation. He was in an apartment elevator, so we both have confirmed. We can confirm that part. They were in an elevator with Andrea Bazarte, or whatever her name is, Bazarte, which is Kaiser's girlfriend. They were being affectionate, so corroborating that part of the story. Again, what's aggressive or not, now there's up to discretion. But nothing crazy or out of the ordinary. Again, that's up to discretion. Reap allegedly didn't say anything in the elevator, but once he got out of the elevator on the 12th floor, he allegedly said to Kaiser something to the effect of, you need to show some fucking respect before I call ice on that bitch. Kaiser got out of the elevator and they had a little scuffle, but no punches were thrown, apparently.
Huh.
So that is, again, the side of the story from Raj Giri, is that this guy threw out, he was going to call ice on his girlfriend, and then Kaiser's fighting for his girlfriend's honor in this instance, but not throwing a punch.
That makes sense.
Doesn't
Maybe put him in a chokehold.
Well, a couple things here. Again, number one, from what the report said, there were 3 people on the elevator. So where's this story coming from if there were only 3 people around to see it? And again, we know it's not the neighbor because he gave the police one story. He's not going to give Raj the other side of the story, another story. So yeah, it's either the chick or Kaiser that did it. That's one. Number two, let's take them. Let's take them at face value here. Kaiser, because his chick. So, so this guy says, "I'm going to call ICE." And by the way, we don't know the race of the guy that he attacked either. So that's maybe important. But Kaiser, he gets this thrown at him. Oh, I'm going to call ICE, and then he decides to attack the person off of that. So you're telling me that you are attacking someone because they use one word? Huh?
We
That's
called
what
her
you're
a
telling me?
bitch.
Well,
Not
I mean,
everybody gets ice cream thrown in their face and does nothing about it.
maybe or maybe not. But you're telling me that Kaiser's giving so much power to one word that he's just gonna attack someone violently because they use one word. Like,
No,
how low in society are we
because they disrespected his lady.
with one word? And I don't
Still,
think bitch was the word.
still disrespect. I mean, there's a lot of levels to what if Kaiser's account. Let's just go ahead and say that there's a lot of levels to that, right? So yeah,
Yeah, he's defending his lady, but it's one word. It's
defending
a
his lady.
word.
There's the bitch part, the immigration part, the ice part. I mean,
It's
Kaiser might be a total liberal too.
maybe, but it's a word. Like, he wasn't physically threatening her. I don't know.
He
You
was
can't
if
be losing
he
control
was
because
by threatening to call ICE.
he was, but is that even a thing anymore? Is I still a thing anymore?
No, Trump's too busy fighting
Hiking up
Israel's
gas
war.
prices.
Yeah,
But yeah, you just can't
abandoning
be.
all of his campaign promises.
Yeah, you can't just be like going off on people because of one word. Then that word's just gonna have too much power over you. Like, now anybody can
It
just
wasn't a
throw out
word; it was a threat.
the word ice. That's what I'm gonna call ice. So the word ice is the one word that is given so much power.
I'm going to call immigration on you, and then he called his lady a bitch. So
And by the way,
yes,
wouldn't ice be coming to get Kaiser too?
not if Kaiser has his papers.
Oh, I don't know. But yeah, that's the other side of the other side of the coin there.
Well, I guess this is something you would just need to kind of see the video of, or video to make an educated guess, because obviously you're not going to be able to hear what's said. I've never seen video footage with sound. Have you? Or security footage?
No. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard. We'll be able to see what happens. I guess what we'll be able to put the two stories together and kind of see it from there. Like, does this attack? Because there's discrepancies in the story. Does this attack happen when they get off the elevator? Like, if the guy walks off the elevator and turns around and says something, now it's more likely that the story that Raj Giri had from one of the three people involved is more likely to be true.
Or if we
And
see
then,
Kaiser and his girl dry humping?
yeah, if he's unzipping his pants and then turns around and beats the shit out the guy, then we'll know that maybe his side of the story is more likely to be true.
With his shit out.
Yeah, slapping him with it. Now we do have a little bit of updates to the story, though. Kaiser, he was so the his his team, his lawyer team, they were just trying to get him cleared for the AAA event because again, he does have his mask versus mask match. So they were trying to get him cleared. It looks like they did get him cleared because he appeared for, I don't know, there was some kind of serenade thing that they did. And he appeared there. So apparently he is out. And I want you to take a look at this video. This was at, I guess this was a part of the thing he was at too. I'm going to drop it here in a second here. And I'm going to drop it right under the link that we just had here. So this is, so that second link there. So oh, mute it. Hold on, play it without the music. I didn't know that music was there. We probably already got cooked on that. So Kaiser here, he goes, he kisses his girl, and then he mimics kissing one of the fans. He's like a rock star there now, because the story got out that he was defending his Mexican girlfriend from ICE or whatever. So he's like Superman to them now. But okay, you see this kiss here? Would you say that that is something enough to cause the fight over?
No.
Yeah.
He didn't even use tongue.
But again, maybe he was. I mean, at 6 o'clock, I don't know if you're sauced up enough to be like, I don't know. It's just a all around weird story. So yes, there must.
The lack of information makes it more weird too.
Yeah.
But Kaiser turned himself in. I mean,
yeah, he saw that there was a warrant and turned himself in. So
immediately. So he didn't like drag it out or. Yeah. I tend to be on the. I agree with, or I believe Kaiser's version more than I believe the other guys.
I'm still on the fence here, but I just want the moral of the story to be: just because someone says one word to you, you can't be going to physicality over it. One word should not have enough power over anybody to just be going to the mat and getting arrested over, especially when you have.
It's not the one word to you. It's the one word to the lady. And real men defend their lady's honor. And if we believe Kaiser's, well, actually, both events, like nothing really happened. Like, how's the dude going to get punched from multiple times and just walk away with a scratch and some redness? That doesn't make any sense.
Unless they're open hands, open hand hits.
Well, then that's not a punch.
I mean, I don't know if I see Kaiser as a big puncher. I don't know. Maybe he is. I mean, he's got some good track record. This lady, Tiffany Stratton. Maybe he is a good. Maybe he does punch. Maybe he gets out there in the fight clubs. Yeah, what? I don't know. Did the guy didn't have any stuff on his face? Like just the back of his head or whatever?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but we'll definitely keep you informed on this story, and it'll be interesting to see what's uh, what happens with Kaiser. I don't think anything. I was initially, again, before the ice part of it dropped, I was initially thinking that I don't know, like this is the biggest match of your life, and you're getting arrested beforehand. Like, what is that? Like, they're not going to be able to trust you now. You kind of just ruined your career over nothing. But again, it seems like he is now a superhero over there.
Well, it
Even
seems like
more
a
so.
lot of people are in his corner too.
Yeah, JBL, he came out and said like he's 100% in his corner. I wouldn't say that so far, being JBL. Oh, I, like me, I'm gonna wait before I get 100% into someone's corner.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll keep you updated, and hopefully this doesn't do anything. Seemingly, it's just going to help his career, but we'll see what else comes of it. And yeah, I'm sure we'll do another video once the video of the events drops. TMZ, get your get your game up. It's been like days now. You should have this already. You got the Vince McMahon footage right away. Anyway, let us know what you think of the story. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And on that note, is there anything else?
Just have a good night.
And survey says one more for the good guys.